Hi everybody, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Sometimes when you talk about certain subjects, they can provoke a lot of anger, a lot of rage, and a lot of nasty comments. And because of that, a lot of the times I'm very careful of what I say with regards to taboo subjects. I try to be strong and I try to tackle certain subjects that shouldn't be spoke about, I think, but it's almost like humanity kind of guards itself, it polices itself. And yet, when I talk about certain subjects, a lot of people get a lot out of it. And sometimes I look at and see the suffering of the world right now, and I see so many people struggling because of certain things that I see clearly over the years of being a healer. And those patterns are there. And I've tried to speak about this before, but I've always been under attack. And it gets tiresome. This week has been extremely tiring and tiresome with the attack from so many people with regards to Elon Musk. And I find that very disturbing. And it disturbs me when people put people on a pedestal as a god. Just like when I mentioned something about Ricky Gervais, the amount of abuse and attack for just pointing out factual evidence. It makes you really realize how the world is a little bit crazy. So today's subject, after saying that, I would like to maybe, I don't know, this is for the people who... So first of all, when I started healing, after 4 years, 3 or 4 years, I really became fully emerged in that energy. I was so deep into healing and learning and enjoying it and loving it, that there was nothing that I was kind of frightened of tackling, because my approach to healing is it's all kind of connected spiritually, emotionally and physically. There's all them aspects joined together really well. So I wasn't really somebody saying, oh, you shouldn't do this. I'm saying, do what you want. If healing actually does work, then let it be done. If you're like blaming everybody and blaming everything, then really what's the point of healing? Surely healing should supersede everything. And if it does, how long for? That's kind of like my attitude now, right? So people came to me for various reasons. One, love, of course, lack of, heartbreak. People came to me for advice in so many ways, both mentally, physically and emotionally. Some people came to me because certain things wasn't happening in their life, and today's conversation is about that. That's something that they want in their life doesn't seem to be manifesting. And what am I talking about today? I'm talking about pregnancy. So here we go now. Get ready for a load of abuse. Yeah, just because I'm sharing some truth, the abuse is awful. And it's almost like, shoot the messenger, it's all your fault, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but what I can say is the amazing amount of tears that I saw from clients who came back with the baby in their hand. Many. And many clients who like, I'm pregnant. Like, okay, cool. You might ask me, when you started healing people who were pregnant, who weren't pregnant and wanted to become pregnant, how did it feel? Well, I've got to be honest, I didn't really talk to many of my clients, but I could feel when somebody wanted to be pregnant, and I could feel absolutely when somebody is blocked from becoming pregnant. So it was something that you learn given time on that feeling. And if I ever go sort of down here and a certain part of the brain where I heal, and depending on what they've been through, they might have had a miscarriage, they might have had an abortion, and that lays heavy, so you need to heal that away. So each person is very different, but you get to feel that from your client, and you get to know where to heal the blocks, or to, you know, to bring back to life the flow. And the flow is, you know, spiritually, once that spiritual flow goes, it heals the physical. It's incredible, actually. Phenomenal. Nobody talks about it because you can't see it. So just because you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Well, okay. So many of my clients never said anything because I didn't ask them. I said, just lie down, let me just work on you. And the healing work should be the reason why you're here, and if it works, it works. You know, I shouldn't have to say, oh, I did this and I did that. Like, that's bullshit to me. It's like, just let me do the healing work. So I had a lady in Kuwait, I had a lady in Barcelona, Madrid, a lady in Madrid. Who else? A lady in Belgium, a beautiful lady in Belgium, who believed that she would never get pregnant again. All of these people thought they couldn't get pregnant. They were told, oh, see, I can't even go there now. Let's just say they were told they couldn't get pregnant. That's it. I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to lose this channel. But, so I used to do one-to-ones wherever they lived, or they'd come for a healing session. And within those months of direction, what I learned through my clients, what I saw over the years, there are patterns of how we can hijack ourselves to slow down the process of getting pregnant. Now, this is the fascinating thing to me. All of these things where we talk about time and, hang on a minute, my biological clock's ticking, is something that is, for me, and this is going to hurt some people. This is why I have to be, it's just so difficult not to be able to express myself and upset somebody. So in healing, one of the things that I realized was you can't heal everybody. And the reason why is because we have a healing process that is out of our control. So I can heal you as far as your path allows. So I don't know what your path is. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to do my best. You could argue the fact that, well, if my healing path says that I'm not meant to get pregnant, then what's the point? It's a great question. I asked the same thing to Shirley up on my wall there who's passed. I was really angry with her. And I was at the beginning, before I even started any of this work. And, you know, she really helped me, past life regression. You don't have to believe in that, but she did something that just changed my life completely. So I was kind of hooked on her, and I believed every single word. But when I was married, you know, my wife wanted another child, and it sent her kind of crazy. I'm sorry, but it does. It can send you crazy. Your whole life can just end, and all you do is focus on the kettle boiling. When am I going to get pregnant? And then you go for your, like we did, we went down the road, and it costs us $2,000-3,000 for taking my sperm from the sperm bank, which was frozen many years ago. And we tried it and it never worked. So I asked Shirley, you know, are we going to have a baby or not? And she said, yeah, I can't answer that. And I'm like, well, what's the point in doing the work you do if you don't know the answer? And then she said, it depends on you know, it's not up to me. We can't force these things. If it's meant to be, it will be. So you do whatever you feel is right. And now I kind of understand that to a degree. I do get it. You know, we're not here to play God, and neither was she. And I want the answer now. So this is why I get attacked when I talk about this subject, because people are pissed off because they want an answer, they want a pill, and that's it. That's all. And it's kind of very negative. It's kind of, you know, you put yourself out there, get ready to be shot, Mr. Bajerski. So first of all, I want to say to anybody who's watching this now who can't get pregnant at the moment because you've tried everything. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not your partner's fault. It's not God's fault. Because what I noticed with all of this is that this time aspect, biological clocks ticking, that's our made up story. And when you're watching a kettle boil, you know it takes forever. So this idea of time and space, especially for those that, you know, I went down to Decentral a few days ago, and I was sat with a lady and a beautiful daughter who she was crying at one of our retreats in Marbella, and she sat down, and one of the angel cards was about new life. So she came because she wanted to get pregnant and she couldn't. I didn't know who she was. She was just sat there, and all of a sudden I said, would everybody pick their card up? And she read a card. It was one of these. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, I can find it. Just give me a second. So this was obviously underneath her chair because we had about, I don't know, 8-10 people at the retreat. So I put a card underneath everybody's chair, and this was her card. Yeah, that was her card. So it says Angel of, oh my God, my eyes aren't what they used to be. So imagine she came because she wanted to get pregnant. So she thought, she heard about my healing, and she heard about Ajahn helping her with movement and good food from Bettina. So this was the card, and I'll read it to you now. It's the time has arrived. Spirit and your angels want you to know that a new seed was planted some time ago, and that very seed is about to come to life. A new addition is coming into your life, and along with this addition will be the most amazing energy, one that changes so many aspects of your life. Get ready for so much joy and laughter. Today I just wanted you to know that it is indeed the perfect divine timing of love and light. This was channeled through me as I was walking my dogs, not knowing why, but I wrote that very message down exactly to those words. And eventually, like, oh my God, I've got some angel cards. So imagine welcoming everybody to the Healing Hearts retreat. Myself, Ajahn, Bettina would like to welcome you today. Please, underneath your chair is a card. Would you please read it? So this lady read it and burst into tears. So she'd been to, again, I don't want to start saying where she'd been, but she tried everything and nothing had worked up to this point. She read this and burst into tears. When she left after I think it was 6 day retreat, she was soon pregnant, and I get to see her child, and she always smiles with a child. And how old is she now? 6, 7, 8. And she said, this is the miracle child, and she will never forget this card. I think what I'm trying to say is that time either is your worst enemy and the most destructive energy that can consume you with fear. And in any body with fear, like fear of not getting pregnant, fear cannot heal the body. So if you have fear in your body can't heal. Now, most people think they don't have fear, but if there is a constant fear of what if there's a constant fear of I'm never going to get pregnant, if there's a constant fear, not when I say constant, whenever you think about these things, they become a negative. That is like washing your whole body with fear. It's like poison to your body. And that is a spiritual energy that you either a high vibration spiritual energy or a low vibration. If it's a low vibration, it stops all the engine running. And a lot of the times when I was doing a healing session on a woman, they never said anything. But if I'd go low down, over them, of course, never touching, always above. And if I'm lower down at the sides, then, oh, okay, this lady is having some trouble with pregnancy. Because I just picked that up. So we've been talking now 16 minutes. You know, I want to do this because I was driving in my car yesterday and I do listen to people and I do see people's messages. And over these past few months, I felt that I'd like to maybe do something to help a little bit. So my plan is this. If you've been listening to me now for 16 minutes, then there's got to be a reason for that. I trust in that. Most of the women have gone by now. And those that have stayed who really do want to get pregnant, it means that you're willing to listen. It means that after 16 minutes, you're not gone. So you have patience, and that's a good place. It means that you're willing to listen. So I'm going to offer you something from my heart to yours. What I'm going to do, and I'm not going to put time to it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, maybe for the next 6 months, okay, I'm going to do live videos. And on them live videos, I am going to, first of all, give a little seminar, a little talk for 20 minutes, 30 minutes about all that I've learned about pregnancy and having a baby, and about how to see things in a slightly different way. And if you're willing to work with me, this is all free from my heart to yours, then it would be nice to see over these next 6 months from January onwards the process. And it'd be lovely to hear, oh, I'm pregnant, thank you, see you later. Yeah, okay, see you then. And that'd be just lovely. So what I'll do is I would do what I did for my clients who wanted to become pregnant, and I would give a healing session. So if there's 10 of you online or 20 of you online, I would fully work on you in the places that I would have done with my clients. So all what's needed of you is to be there. And if you like, you can go to info@markbajerski.com and just type the word out, say the word, hi there, I'm wanting to be part of Mark's Getting Pregnant group. And then the girls will send you an email when I'm doing a live healing session with you guys. So I'm going to allow anybody to come on. It doesn't matter. But I will be focused on you who are pregnant. And because I think we need new life. There's not enough life. And people talk about there's too many people in this world. I believe the opposite. I believe in life, and I believe in everybody having the chance to become pregnant. What I share with you is only the knowledge that I've learned. I haven't done these things, but my clients have done them. So the things that I would share with you is the three most common things, which is, your body physically, what you put inside your body, and spiritually, what you think. So I'll work on all these three things. I'll give you ideas half an hour before, and then maybe at the end of it, speak to you in a spiritual sense. So after the healing session, give you some guidance spiritually. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to work, and I'm not I'm not saying anything other than, well, I'd like to hold your hand along that journey and help. That's it. That's all I want to do. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it, and I'm doing it with all my heart. And I want you to have life. I want you to have a child in your hand, if your path allows that. And if we can make that path a smooth path, one where you said, you know what, I had a bloody lovely, since going to that crazy guy with the silly tops, I actually enjoyed my life, and I got pregnant when I was meant to, and I stopped worrying about it, and all of a sudden it happened. I just want to leave you on a final note. There were many times over 20 years that I can at least name 3, at least, and knowing at least another 10. Women who, and men who, men and women coming together to me and wanting to get pregnant, and they were told totally that there was no way they were going to get pregnant. And I said, that's fine, no problem. What I said was, if you want to still keep coming, you can do. I'm always here. You never know. But they decided to adopt. And within, and I'm not kidding, a space between 1, I would say 3, but let's say 6 months, that very beautiful lady who was told that she would never get pregnant became pregnant. There is something very, very special about that, but it's very hard to grasp if you really want a baby and you're angry and you're frustrated and you're doing everything you can. And that is what I noticed, is that the build-up of frustration that disappears now that you've got a child, which is an adopted child. Your whole focus is on your child now, so you're not thinking about pregnancy anymore. And then you get pregnant. There is something profound in that. So these are the topics that we'll talk about along your journey. And I honour the fact that I'll do it for 6 months next year. I'm not saying when, but that's something that I'm going to do as a gift from my heart to yours, because I guess it feels right. And I've been asked to do it, believe it or not, by Spirit. Or maybe it was just me. I don't know. I have no idea. It felt like Spirit. I thought, okay, it was very profound and it came from nowhere. I wasn't thinking about anything. Okay, then I'll do it. So, till next year, which isn't long away, I will see you soon. And I send you all my love. Till then, take care.